Have you ever felt super self-conscious and super stiff in a social situation where you wanted to be more outgoing, more yourself, and just couldn't be? Sure you have. Have you ever felt like there was this super cute girl and you wanted to go up and talk to her, but then just chickened out because you were too scared? I'm sure that you have. Now I want you to think of that one dude you know who's super, super confident, who can walk into any room and just talk to anybody, who knows everybody, everybody knows him, and he just has this like magnetic aura surrounding him, and you just wish that you could be that guy. Well, this video is not going to turn you into him, but if you follow these steps and listen to what I say, you'll get a heck of a lot closer into being that guy. What's up? My name is Izzy. I talk about leveling up social skills, leveling up your social status. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe, and let's get into it. About 10 years ago, I moved from my home country to the United States of America. Now, before that point, I was super, super confident, could talk to anybody, could make friends super easily, and social interactions just came super naturally to me. I had this delusional confidence about me that came in handy, to be honest with you. Then when I moved to America, I left everything that I'd known, and I lost that confidence that I had, and it just became super difficult for me to be as sociable and as confident as I once was. And nothing illustrates this how I was feeling better than this one time I had to give a presentation to a bunch of classmates about myself. And goddamn, I just walked up to the board. I was super, super scared, shivering, about to piss my pants, whispered my way through the entire presentation. It was just a terrible experience overall. Now, fast forward a few years later, I am as confident as I've ever been. I give presentations to hundreds of people. I work in sales. My job is to talk to people. My job is to talk to executives and very high level people. I could talk to anybody. Now, how did I get here? That's what we'll talk about today. I will teach you what confidence is and share 4 actionable steps that if you do, could start leveling up your confidence and help you become super, super attractive and magnetic in social interactions, at least more than what you currently are, right? So let's get into it. Let's start out by defining what confidence is. Confidence is simply your belief in yourself to handle a situation. That's it. It's that simple. Whether you're giving a presentation, talking to a girl, chasing a goal, your confidence comes from your self belief, not necessarily your ability, about you achieving that goal and coming out successful, right? In this video, we're talking about social confidence in specific, but it still works in the same way. It's about building that unwavering self belief that you can handle any social situation, regardless of how tough or easy it is, and come out successful with the outcomes that you want. Now, the biggest lie I keep hearing about getting socially confident and getting very charismatic is that, oh, all that shit comes from within, blah, blah, blah. No. And then I know you're going to come and say, hey, but you just said it's about self belief. Shut up. Yes, it's about your self belief, but that self belief comes from feedback that you get from the world and from interacting with people and having good experiences that then prove to yourself and prove to your brain that, hey, I got this, I can handle this, I've done it before many times and I've been successful, I could do it again, right? So if you don't have those positive experiences, those memories that prove to yourself that you could do it and that you're confident and that you can handle these situations, how do you start by getting them if it is based on real life experiences, right? The thing is that social confidence is a feedback loop where you interact with the world and then you get feedback and reactions from people that then changes your beliefs, that then changes your actions, which keeps going on and on and on. So if you don't have those experiences, if you're not confident enough, what do you start doing? I'll tell you. You start by changing the actions part, right? You can't change people's reactions to you in the beginning, but you could start by changing your actions and what you do, which will then change people's feedback. And then it's just going to reaffirm in a positive feedback loop rather than a negative one, and then get you on the right path to being that person you want to become, right? Okay, so now you know what confidence is, where it comes from, and how you can start changing your actions and the things you do so that you get a positive feedback loop that raises your confidence naturally from where it comes from, which is the outside world, which is people, right? And like I mentioned, there are 4 things that I'll tell you that you can do today to start changing the way you behave and changing the actions that you take, which will change people's beliefs and get you on the right direction, right? Now, the first of these is improving your self worth. And this is super important. Social interactions happen between people of similar status, similar value, at least positive ones. They happen between people who are getting something from the other person, whether it's a good time, whether it's opportunities, whether it's networking, whether it's connections, whatever it is, it's people who are of similar value. Now, if you don't see yourself as a worthy person, as someone who is valuable, there is no way in the world that other people will start seeing you in that way, right? You need to change the way you see yourself. How do you do it? First, you do the things that you say you'll do. If you say you're going to go to the gym 4 times a week, then you go to the gym 4 times a week. If you say that you're going to stop smoking weed, then you stop fucking smoking weed, right? It's simple as that. You have to build trust with yourself. You have to listen to the things and the promises that you make to yourself and the world. And by doing that, you'll raise your confidence, you'll raise the value that you see yourself in and your self worth. And that will just change the way that you move in the world and will give you a different aura about how you do things. Secondly, you got to do the things that are important to you and you got to be good at them. If you go to school, if you work, you have to work hard. You have to do your best and be successful at those things. So then you start seeing yourself as someone who's successful, as someone who has something to bring to the table, as someone who is valuable and someone who's competent, right? You need to work hard and you need to dedicate yourself. And if you do those things, those two things that I just said, keeping promises and working hard at the things that matter to you, you will start seeing yourself differently. You will start behaving differently. You will have a different aura about you, and you'll start being someone who could bring something to the table that then other people will recognize that and will respect you in a way that they hadn't done before. The second thing you could do to start leveling up your social status is taking care of your appearance. Now, this just shouldn't be a secret. You should already know this, but appearances matter a lot. The world is a super shallow place, and people judge books by their cover all the fucking time, right? It's something that's not going to change. It's something that shouldn't change. And I'm not saying this to make you self conscious. I'm saying this to help you understand the game so you could play it better. So, how do you play the game? This is something that you could just literally do as soon as you click off this video, something you could do right now. You have to take care of the way you dress. You need to be always the best looking person, the best dressed person in the room. And it's not difficult to do. Most people dress like shit. All you have to do is take care of the way your clothes fit, right? Understand how the people around you in that environment dress. If you're at a workplace, if you're in college, if you're at a party, see how other people are dressed and dress slightly better than they are. Make sure your clothes are fitted. Make sure your hair is combed. And then you want to take care of, if you have facial hair, you want to make sure it's lined up. Test out different hairstyles, test out different facial hairstyles. Do what you got to do, but make sure that you're looking well kept, well groomed, and taken care of. Have some nice cologne on, smell nice. Please don't have stinky breath. This is just absolutely disgusting. If I see you stinky breath, I never ever forget the people who I've smelt stinky breath from. It's just absolutely nasty. Don't do it, okay? That's something you could do straight away, right off the bat, as soon as you click off this video. The second thing, which takes a lot more time but is super important, is you need to be fit, you need to work out, you need to go to the gym. I don't need to tell you that nobody respects fat people. Certainly, I don't respect fat people. If you're fat, lose weight. If you're skinny, gain muscle and get lean as possible and keep working at the gym. Keep building that frame that people can respect. And I don't care if you're short, I'm short. I don't care what your situation is. There's more that you can do to level up, and you should be doing it, and you know what you need to do in terms of working out. Go do it. Everything we've talked about so far has been internal work that you need to do that will start affecting your feedback that you get from the world, right? The third thing, which is the first of the things you need to do outside of yourself, is actually putting yourself in tough social situations that will get you comfortable doing them. Now, remember that I said that confidence comes from your self-belief to handle social situations. And that includes high-stakes social situations like job interviews, talking to attractive girls, giving presentations, public speaking, etc., etc. But it also includes handling bad people, interactions that go left, people that want to fight you, people that press you, people that challenge you. All these things are tough social situations which you need to put yourself in both willingly and unwillingly by doing more that will get you comfortable doing these things. So I want you to go out and challenge yourself, push yourself, volunteer to give that presentation, speak up in class, go talk to that attractive girl. Be comfortable messing up And by doing that, you learn three things. First of all, it's not that deep. People don't really give two shits about you. People are too worried about themselves to care. It's fine. Number two, you're much better at it than you think you are. You're A lot of the things holding you back are just in your head and they're not in real life. Third, you'll make those mistakes and you'll learn from them and you'll become comfortable handling these situations and therefore you'll become better at them. And then even low stakes social situations, such as hanging out with friends, kicking it, whatever, are going to become super easy because you've put yourself under the pressure of much, much more tougher situations and you've come out alive and it's not that deep. You've survived. Good job. That brings me to the fourth and final point today, which is allowing yourself to make mistakes. The absolute worst thing you can do for your charisma is not be present. It's being self conscious and thinking about your every move. Did I make enough eye contact? Did I say that correctly? Should I have said that? Should I not have said that? Let it go. Be yourself. Don't worry about things not going the way you thought they were going to go. The reason you are so self conscious and not able to be present and in the moment and be yourself is that because you're afraid that things will not go right. You're afraid that you'll make mistakes. And the thing is that it's fine. You should allow yourself to make those mistakes. You should allow yourself to say dumb shit. And here's the thing, if you're afraid to say dumb shit and you always filter what you're going to say, you're also less likely to say some funny shit that will get people laughing, for example, right? It's a balance. And so I want you to remove that completely. The stakes are super low, I'm sure. Even at work, I've said some crazy shit at work, and it's because I started letting myself go and removing those filters, and I've made mistakes and I've put myself in awkward situations, but that's fine because I handled them like a G. I came out a winner, and I now know that even if I put myself in tough situations, I can handle them and it's not even that deep. It's fine. Let yourself make mistakes. Be as present as possible. And then when you're alone, you could just think through those situations again and say, hey, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said that instead, blah, blah, blah. But regardless, you'll learn. You'll learn both that it's way better when you're present. And number two, the worst case scenario, you could still come out of pretty successful and it's fine. And that will increase your confidence in yourself to handle those tough situations going forward and will increase your charisma significantly. And you'll just become a much better person to be around, someone who is funny, someone who has a lot to say, someone who has interesting points of view. So just be yourself, don't filter, allow yourself to make mistakes. And even when you make those mistakes, I'm sure that you can come out successful by doing them enough and by getting comfortable in those tough situations, which you'll likely find yourself in. And we've already talked about that. That's it for this video. I'm going to wrap it up, but I just want you to know that whatever happens, you're not going to become super confident overnight. That comes with time, that comes with experience, that comes with doing shit and being successful at it. But what I want you to know is that there is things that you could start doing now to start getting those experiences that put you on the right path. Remember, take care of your appearance, take care of your self-esteem. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and put yourself in tough situations. If you do those things over time, enough times, you will become super, super successful socially. You'll become a much more charismatic person. You become someone who's successful, and you'll become, over time, that guy we spoke about in the beginning of the video who just walks into any room and is charismatic, can talk to anybody. Everybody wants to be with him. Everybody knows him. I've done it. You could do it too. Peace.